Thank you for watching me. Alright, this video is to endorse a certain project that Kent Hovind is doing right now. I don't recommend you believe everything Kent Hovind says, because if you read the Bible you will see some differences between what he says and what the Bible says, but he's right about some things. But one of Kent Hovind's most recent projects is focusing for one segment. These videos have been around between 20 minutes and an hour usually, but things that defy evolution, things that just couldn't have evolved, or at least it's not scientific to believe they have evolved. There's not evidence. And Kent Hovind, I think he would really listen to somebody who really had some evidence. But storytelling isn't evidence. If storytelling were evidence, then Superman and Batman would be real. Then there really would be a planet named Krypton that blew up. And Mars would have Martians on it, like Martian Manhunter. And Harry Potter would be a real thing, a real people, a real magic, a real place. Hogwarts would be a real place if storytelling was proof. Storytelling isn't proof. So these things that Kent Hovind is talking about in these different segments, we don't see them naturally occurring on their own. They're already here and they were created, but we don't see, a pile of goop suddenly become these different things. And the elements, we don't see elements on their own usually merging or changing to being different elements. Now we see molecules breaking up, and the elements that are in the molecules breaking up, but the elements that made up the molecules still stay as those elements, except for those things that decay radioactively. We don't see things becoming more complex on their own. We need human scientists in the laboratories to make, elements grow in how many neutrons and protons they have. So when Kent says he wants evidence, he wants, to know when it has actually been seen. Not a drawing, but actual happening, where there was a dramatic change. Kent Hovind likes to quote Genesis, where it says, God created things to bring forth after their kind. Kent is not denying microevolution, which should not be called microevolution. It's too different from macroevolution. But we have to create the word microevolution because evolutionists say, see, that dog's got different fur. That's a little dog instead of a big dog. And then we've got to come up with some way to make the point that that is still just not a single-cell organism turning into something else. It's not a dog turning into a whale. So that's where that term microevolution comes from. So Kent wants to see, when did that happen? Tell him. Or Kent would probably be willing to hear about somebody who has found the fossils with all of the intermediate steps that would need to happen. The whale fossil, fully intact whale fossil, not just part of a skull, with the blowhole working its way up. Something like that, fully intact fossil. And so far, Kent has not been answered in these things. People have not demonstrated, not brought forth scientific proof of how things could have evolved, as opposed to have been created by a powerful and wise creator. So I highly recommend this video series. If Kent has put it into a playlist, I will put a link to the playlist in the description. If he hasn't turned it into a playlist so you can see just those videos, I'll put a link to one or two of them or something like that in the description of this video, because I encourage you to watch this video series. It's great. And Kent got the idea for this video series because there's a few videos that you can watch if you have Amazon Prime. It's free to watch on Amazon.com if you have Amazon Prime. Creations that defy evolution, things that just couldn't have evolved. It's not logical or reasonable to believe that they evolved. And thank you for watching me. You have a good day, and watch these Kent Hovind videos I'm going to link below.